Welcome everyone to this round of 32 game between the Sandcats and the Moonshots. The Sandcats, number 8 seed from the Super Mega Baseball franchise, and the Moonshots, the number 7 seed from the SSBL. I am 5sec on the call. Excited to go through these games as we are well underway into the Super Sim Classic, and we are well underway here as the first pitch from Very Good is through. Excited to talk to you about some of these teams as well as the SSBL in general. Knox Oxen Soxen leading things off, full count, and earns himself a lead-off walk. Brings up Jess Fowl. Very Good represents a Moonshots pitching core that just could not really fully get it together this season. They ended up going 8-6 in the regular season, and then got swept by the Knights in the divisional round. And the batting was never a question, but the pitching was suspect at times. As it is a full count here to Fowl. Swings at ball 4. And this one past the glove at second. However, will they get the runner at second? They do. Held out because didn't know whether or not it was going to be caught. And the leadoff batter is retired. So now it'll be Marsha Brown with a runner at first. This time pops it up behind the plate. It'll get caught in the cage behind the backstop. Fouled off again. Runner takes off. Is a called steal. Called hit and run rather. Steal works out, but the batter is gunned down. Now here is Hercules Bentley with a runner in scoring position. What can the Sandcats do here? One, two count to Bentley. You check on Foul at second. Staying alive. 1-2 still. And he gets rung up there. So Good gets out of it, and we will head to the bottom first. Get a first look at the Moonshots and their super powered hitting squad. Park for the first in time, one gone. Here's Maddie Musgroves. 2-1 counts. Misses outside. 3-1. Full count to Musgroves from Arches. Swung on. This is foul. And just misses the top part of the zone, so Musgroves will walk. Brings up Kodiak Destroyer. Trying to catch Musgroves stealing. They won't get him here, but they will get the runner at, they will get the batter rather. So runner at second, 2 outs, and here is Wreck Dreams. Now his turn for the Moonshots to take a chance to go up here. Swings on it, Arches to the first in time. So we will head to the top of the second, still knotted at 0. So if you're unfamiliar with the SSBL, the Super Sim Baseball League, it is an AI CPU versus CPU baseball league where players are the managers. So myself, I'm a manager of the Dragons, and we have 20 managers in total, as that one will get off of Good's glove and the leadoff batter is aboard. 20 teams and also 20 minors affiliates. We started minors in season 5. Managers get to set lineups, make trades, draft players, so on and so forth. Basically, it's like a real life manager sim. And it's great to be a part of the community. If you want to be a part of it, you can head to our Discord channel. Link will be in the description. to find out more about it. And we also have player submissions open for Season 7 draft. That link will also be in the description so you can see some of your user-created players in this game. They will get the runner at second, which nearly beat it out. One out, and here is Rodney Park. We do have some manager positions open, so talk to JWA in the Discord if you are interested in potentially becoming a manager. As well as we have assistant manager positions. Some assistant managers have gone on to have very successful managerial careers. So, for example, Puppet, who is the manager for the Retrievers, was a longtime assistant of the Maniac with the ball players. Went over and took the Retrievers in Season 5, made it all the way to the Super Series, and we're 2 games away from winning the Super Series. This one hit Crump, throw to first in time, so we will head to the bottom of the second. Still not at 0. Crump, Bojagoon, French Pastry, due up.
Now back, the second baseman, number 7.
And it's at this point that we really get to see some of the talent of the Moonshots coming up, as Duffers is not able to settle that. Crump, who just hit it in Season 4. Here's Bojagoon, picked up in the most recent Season 6 draft. He was the 16th overall pick. One of 3 first-round picks that the Moonshots had. This is deep to the track, to the wall, and off of the top of the wall. Does not score. So runners at second and third, and here is French Pastry, picked up in free agency when undrafted. That one stopped. Throw to first will not be in time, so French Pastry has himself a single, and the Moonshots go up 1-0. Brings up Dale Blanco. That one is up the middle. So bases loaded, nobody out, and here is Nico Baca, the 16th selection in the Season 6 draft. And that's caught by Kawaguchi, and they nearly get the runner at second. Back to the top of the order with Nick Hugh. And that's right to the glove of Kawaguchi again. This time, they double him up. So the Moonshots load the bases. They only get one. We'll head to the top of the third. Kawaguchi, who just had herself a phenomenal bottom, or rather in the second inning, is now up here in the third. Immediately hits it to Rec Dreams, who steps on the bag. Moonshots have been around since they entered the league in Season 2. One of 8 teams that joined in Season 2. They went 5-9 that first season. And then Pandora, who took over the franchise starting in Season 3, really got them going. Since then, they have had the best record, bar none, in the majors. 10-4, 10-4, 10-4, and then an 8-6 season this past season. Really, for them, it's just been trying to find the next level, as that is a walk issued by Good. As in the postseason, in Seasons 3 and 4, the Moonshots, in Season 3, the Moonshots made it all the way to the Super Series before losing to the eventual champions. The Serpent says, runner is heading to third, gun down! And we will head to the bottom of the inning. Sandcats waste an opportunity there. Season 4, they made it to the Heroic Conference Finals. But since then, they have lost out after winning their division and have not won a playoff game since Season 4. Not a bad team by any stretch of the means, but like I said, just cannot find that next level. Continue to see what they do in this offseason. Don't really need to rebuild. But some of their pieces are getting a little bit older. As that one is up the middle, and Musgroves is aboard.
Now batting, the third baseman, number
Brings up Kodiak Destroyer. They're checking on Musgroves at first as he has so much speed. Runner does take off. Not in time. So runner at second, 1-2 count to Destroyer. Fouled off. Two. Misses. Full count now to Destroyer. Popped up foul. We'll do it again. Will this one stay in play? No, it will not. Welcome to Lafayette Corner. And Destroyer, great at bat there, earns the walk, so nobody out. Runners on first and second, and here is Wreck Dreams.
number 13.
Double steal, the throw is to third, it is not in time. Runners in scoring positions, nobody out. And Wreck Dreams will earn a 4-pitch walk. Bases are loaded, and here is Earl Crump.
Second baseman, number
Already 1 for 1 today. This one is popped into center. Runner will score. Sampson will wait to throw to third. Runner will hold at second, so it's 2-0 Moonshots. And here is Bo Jackoon, who lit it up in the minors. And if you watch the minors all-star game between the Chaos and Panic, Bo Jackoon had cojones the size of Texas. Just had his way in that all-star game. Arches is tense here. 3-0 count. Tells himself and finds the zone. But then we'll quickly walk him in a 5-pitch at bat. Bases loaded. Here's French Pastry now.
hitter, number 21.
Nice dive by Park. The throw will be to first in time. 2 gone, but it's 3-0 Moonshots. Runners at second and third.
Number 40. Steve Wright.
And he gets rung up there. With the Moonshots scored 2 more, we'll head to the top of the 4th. 4, 5, 6 due up for the Sandcats.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Well, in the Season 5 draft, the Moonshots had 5 selections. They selected in the first round with the number 18 pick, Alicia Kim, who is now with the Skulls of Rock organization. Got to see her in action
The left fielder.
against the Stingers. They then selected center fielder Moose with the 38th selection in the second round, who is now with the Gauchos, as that one will get down, and it'll be extra bases, a double with 1 out. And the Sandcats will look to potentially get on the board here.
Now batting, the center fielder.
They selected pitcher Dickie Vaughn in the 3rd round of that Season 5 draft. Shortstop G.H. Jackson in the 4th round, who is now with the Unicorns organization. And that one will drop down, and the Sandcats will not get shut out. It is now 3-1, and here's Rodney Park with a runner at first. By the way, the Moonshots also selected with the 10th overall pick, Aijun Sawamura, who we might see this game, depending on how deep Barry Good goes. The Rio count to Park. Runner takes off, and it was a 4-pitch walk. Runners on first and second, and here is Chip Duffers. Good, able to find the zone now. And that one gets through the gap. Runner will head home. Musgroves, the throw is not in time. Sandcats within one. Runners at first and second, and here is Kara Kawaguchi. The Sandcats have been battling back into this. And it looks like this is where it will end. They turn the Dragon Special. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth. A Dragon Special in the Super Sim Baseball League is what we call a double play. Usually it's a traditional 4-6-3 or what have you. Sometimes it can be unconventional. Call them Dragon Specials all nonetheless. Here is Nico Baka, who was actually the 15th selection, not the 16th selection. Bojakun was the 16th, and then with the Moonshots last pick that they had in the first round and only other pick in that season 6 draft, they drafted Juice Armstrong, 20th overall, who is currently on the bench for this game. 2-2 count. That one is up the middle, and Hugh will be aboard. And I'll bring up a locked-in Maddie Musgroves, who has stolen 2 bases. That one's up the middle. He's 2 for 2 today. Moonshots looking to extend their lead. Here is Kodiak Destroyer. And that'll do it for Arches. Maverick McMahon will come in for relief. Arches will be the pitcher in charge of runners at second, third. They have to call pitch out, and they get the runner heading to third. So 2 gone now. Runner at second. It works out. Though they do walk Destroyer, and so now here is Wreck Dreams. 0 from 1 with the walk. Runners at first and second, 2 gone here in the bottom of the fourth. They do a double steal again. They throw to third again. They do not get Maddie Musgroves again. Musgroves with 4 stolen bases. Now a 1-2 count. 2-2 to Wreck Dreams. Hit well into left. But that is caught by Dolph Stake. So we will head to the 5th. Top of the order duo for the Sandcats. They're only down by 1. Representing Super Mega Baseball teams well. Popped up. Shallow right. Caught by Crump for the first out. Here's Jess Fowl. Well, don't expect the Sandcats to hit any homers today. They definitely play the small ball game. This one's right to Bojakun. Throw to first in time. 2 gone. If anyone would go the distance, here's Marsha Brown. 1 swing away from tying this game. Three 1 count to Brown. Misses, and Brown walks. Brings up Hercules Bentley. 0 for 2 today. Popped up. Shallow right. And caught by Musgroves. So we will head to the bottom of the 5th. Moonshots with a 1-run lead. Crump and then the rookies due up.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 7.
Popped up behind the backstop, and that will get out safely. Up now down 0-2. Kawaguchi throw to first in time. Now here is Bojakun. Immediately pops up, but again, this foul territory is not large in Lafayette. I should know, as the Dragons, my team that I manage, do play here. 2-2 count. Misses outside. Full count to Bojakun. And McMahon loses him. Runner at first. One out. And here is French Pastry. Checking on Jakun. He has speed, but Sandcats need to worry about getting the out more than anything else. This Moonshots team will punish you if you give them base runners. And that'll be a walk. So runners on first and second, one out, and here is Del Blanco now.
The center fielder, number 40.
This ball is hit well into center. And we would call this one Bingada. As Samson throws, Park will be the cutoff. Runner will see if they get to third. Bingada ball is one that, similar to if you've ever played in the Bingada Bowl, it just feels like the ball just dies before it gets there. So here is over to Nico Baca. Runners on the corners. No hits given up by McMahon, but 3 walks so far in 1.1 innings. Throw to first is in time, so they get out of it without giving up a run. But to the top of the 6th, Stake, Sampson, and Park will be due up for the Sandcats.
Now batting, the left fielder.
He is 2 for 2. And the Sandcats are still only 1 swing away. This one will drop down and off of the glove of Nick Hugh. Nearly made himself a hero there.
Now batting, the center fielder.
The stick is now locked in. Here is Sampson. Do show the bunt there. We'll see if they play the small ball. That is the name of the game for the Sandcats. Again, show bunt. 1-2. Misses outside, the 2-2 count. This one is hit into the gap into right center. That will drop down. Musgroves is able to honestly save a run there. State goes all the way to third, so the tying run is now 90 feet away. Now here is Rodney Park. The infield is in. No outs. Good. 94 pitches now. Runner takes off for second. The throw is not in time. Sampson is safe. The corners are now in, and he gets rung up there. I'll bring up Chip Duffers now. That'll do it for Bear Good. Here is Dickie Vaughn. Picked in the Season 5 draft. Number 52 overall. Gets him to pop it up, and very quickly now there are 2 outs. And it's Kara Kawaguchi 0 for 2 in the Moonshots. If they get out of here, this would be huge for them after runners on second and third, nobody out. That one's up the middle. 1 run will score. Another run will come in. The Sandcats will take the lead. 4-3 here in the top of the 6th off of the bat of Kawaguchi. Those runs will be charged to Bear Good as runner takes off for second. The throw is in time. Gun down, and we will head to the bottom of the 6th, but the Sandcats lead by 1. Top of the order due up for the Moonshots. Nick Hugh 1 for 3 today. McMahon already up to 35 pitches here in just 1.2 innings of work. Nice dive there by Kawaguchi, but that will not prevent Hugh from advancing to first. Brings up Matty Musgroves. The Sandcats will definitely have to go to their bullpen at least one more time. Here is 2 for 2 locked in Matty Musgroves. Gets him to pop up. Will that stay in play? It will. A huge out there is now. Here is Kodiak Destroyer. And that'll do for McMahon. They're pulling him, and in comes Gasser Morris. Runner takes out for second. The throw is in time. Gun down. It's now Destroyer facing a 2-1 count. 3-1, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Earns the full count and misses it. So Destroyer will move to first. And now here is Wreck Dreams over 2 today.
First baseman, number 13. That's inside. Off the plate.
Gasser needs to find the zone here.
Off the plate.
Quickly 3-0 to Dreams. 3-1. And misses him. So runners on first and second, 2 outs, and here is Earl Crump.
Second baseman.
Specialist is engaged for Gasser Morris.
That's high.
2-1 to Crump. Misses the zone, 3-1. And 3 walks now given up by Gasser. And now load the bases for Bo Jackoon.
34.
Just cannot find the zone against these Moonshot batters. As one badly placed ball, and it's out of here. 1-2 count. Misses. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He gets swung up there. A huge out for Gasser. The Sandcats get out of it. And we will head to the top of the 7th, top of the order. Do it for the Sandcats as they have a 1-run lead. Looking to send the Moonshots packing early. Nick Hugh is there to make the catch.
Now batting, the first baseman, Jess Fowler.
Here is Jess Fowl. And Jess Fowl will be aboard with a single. Well, if the Moonshots were to lose here, it would be their 4th loss in 5 games. They lost 9-12 to the Vikings in Week 10, Day 3 of Season 6. They won 16-5 against the Overdrafts, but then dropped those 2 as the runner goes to second in time. Just foul, gunned down. And now it's a 2-2 count to Marsha Brown, full count. And Brown earns the walk. Vaughn looks to be tense here. And now here's Hercules Bentley 0 for 3, and he is tense. They are worried about Brown. Nico Back has been doing stellar. The rookie has gunned down a couple of Sandcats today. Quickly 3-0 to Bentley here. And that'll be a 4-pitch walk. Bentley will go back to neutral mojo. And so now here is a locked-in Dolph Stake with runners on first and second, 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning. That one is to the gap in left. Brown will round third, head home. It'll be 5-3 Sandcats now. Dolph Stake 4 for 4. And now here's a 2 for 3 Super Samson. And Bentley will get pulled. Gia Axelson will pinch run at second. What can Super Samson do here? 1-2 count. Stays alive. A blooper into right, and Musgroves is there to make the catch. We head to the 7th inning stretch. I want to thank everybody here for tuning in to this round of 32 game in the Super Sim Classic between the Sandcats and the Moonshots. I'm Fast Ike on the call. Make sure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel, as pastry is going to pop up here. Join us in our Discord to learn about everything SSBL. Find out more about the league, read the rulebook, as well as potentially become a manager, and then submit players for the Season 7 draft. You can find out more information in the description below. This one's right to Duffers, throw to first in time, 2 gone. Now here's Nico Baca, who's been doing well for the Moonshots behind the plate. Is 0 for 3 batting though. Right to foul, step on the bag, 1-2-3 inning. We'll head to the top of the 8th. Park, Duffers, and Kawaguchi are due up for the Sandcats.
Now batting, the shortstop, Rodney Park.
Dickie Vaughn is still in. 3 hits, an earned run, and 2 walks given up. Make that 4 hits, an earned run, and 2 walks given up. The leadoff man is aboard. Now here is Chip Duffers. And that'll do it for Dickie Vaughn. Withers Yao will come in for relief. Withers Yao, a Season 2 player. Duffers pops this one into right. That should be the first out. And it is.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Here is Kara Kawaguchi. A 1 for 3 today. Runner at first. Probably will not steal given the bad jumps and the arm behind the plate in Baca. Swing! And a miss. He rang her up there. And now back to the top of the order. 0 for 3 locked in. Knox, Oxen, Soxen. Two 1 count to Oxen, Soxen. Finds the top of the zone. 2-2. And he rang him up there. Withers Yao cruises through the Sandcats. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th, top of the order, do it from the Moonshots as they are down by 2. Here is a tense Nick Q, 2 for 4. One 2 count to Hugh. And that is a bomber special into left. We call it bomber special any type of blooped ball that gets through and is a single. So Hugh is aboard, and here is Musgroves now. Locked in, but the specialist as the runner takes off for second. Not in time. Hugh 180 feet away. That was the first hit given up by Gasser to Hugh. And that is a walk by Morris. He's given up 4 of those today. And now here's Kodiak Destroyer with runners on first and second. Nobody out. Now I have to think the Dragon Special is out of contention here given the speed on the base paths. Unless it's a very hard hit ball. And they get him to pop it up. A huge out there. And that'll bring up Wreck Dreams, who is 0 for 2 with 2 walks. Morris will stay in. This might be his last batter. That is off of the glove. Runners will advance to second and third. That for sure takes the Dragon Special out of play. And now the tying run is 180 feet away, and the tying run will not come home as Matty Musgroves held up, didn't know whether it would be caught. So now runners on the corners, 5-4 game, that'll do it for Gaston Morris. The closer, Ice Vayner, will come in. Here is Earl Crump. Pressure is all the way up. This ball is jacked, heading deep, back to the track, to the wall. Here's out of here, 440 feet. And the Sandcats are now down by 2 to the Moonshots.
Shortstop, number 34.
Through the left side, and when it rains, it pours. The Bojacoon makes it to first. And just like that, we still do not have any outs. Or no, rather, we have one out here in the bottom of the 8th. But the Moonshots have put up 4. Sandcats are going to have to get to Withers Yao in the top of the 9th if they want to continue their Super Sim Classic run. The 2-2. Fouled off. Or rather hit weakly, and they turn the Dragon Special 3-6-3, but the damage is done. 4 runs put up by the Moonshots, and the Sandcats are 3 outs away from their Super Sim Classic ending shortly. They need to get past Withers now, who has struck out the last 2 batters he has faced. Has yet to issue a walk or a hit. Two to foul. Full count. Staying alive is foul. Stays alive again. Swing and a miss. She got rung up there.
Now batting, the right fielder.
That'll bring up Marsha Brown. 3 strikeouts for Withers Yao. Two 1 count. Misses. 3-1. And Brown is aboard with a walk. First base runner allowed by Yao. And now here is Gia Axelson. Came in to pinch run for Bentley. Now 1 swing away from tying this game as this one is up the middle. So it'll be runners at first and second. 1 out. And here is Dolph Stake, who is 4 for 4 with a double and 3 singles locked in. They are pulling Yao. In comes D. Belford. And he can very quickly end this game for the Moonshots. They call in the big guns. 1-2 count. Gets him to swing on a ball that's in the zone, but it still goes to the wall. We are a 1-run game now after that double, the second of the day. And now here's Super Samson, who will be instead substituted out for Tig Tantrum, who will pinch hit. This ball is jacked, heading deep to the track, to the wall. It's out of here. Dave Belford comes in for Withers Yao to end the game, and it is now 9-7 Sandcats. Belford is tense. He's given up a double and a homer. Yao charged for 2 of those runs. Belford charged for the other 2. And finally, he rings them up there, the second out. That'll bring up Chip Duffers. Fouled off. Well, this has got to be, I'm only casting one section as this ball is jacked, heading deep to the track, to the wall, and off of the wall. It'll be a long single, very nearly 10-7. I'm only casting one quadrant of the games. I hope they're all as entertaining as this one. This is by far one of the more entertaining games. As Zorna takes off for a second, and they will gun him down. So we will head to the bottom of the ninth. The Moonshots need to walk it off. Blanco, Baca, and Hugh will have to get it done against a neutral Vayner. Tantrum is in left, Steak is in center. 2-1 count to Dale Blanco. Finds his own, 2-2. Popped up, right side. And caught by Brown for the first out. Here is Nico Baca, 0 for 4 today. You have to think she'd be locked in if she wasn't 0 for 4, given how many Sandcats she has thrown out on the base paths. This one is up the middle, and for the first time today, Baca is aboard. And so we are now in one swing territory from a tie game, and here is 3 for 5, Nick Hugh. Well, the top of this Moonshots order is deadly. And if the Sandcats can get through it, they would well deserve to move on to the round of 16. 2-1 count. Finds his own, 2-2. Lifted into left. Caught by Tantrum. 2 gone. But again, we are one swing from a tie game, and here is a locked-in Maddie Musgroves. Vayner is losing his stamina here. This one's out the middle, and that gets by the glove at short. And so now we are one swing away from the Moonshots walking it off. Gemma Yago will come in for relief. She has BB prone and K-Man. This ball is jacked into right center. That one gets to the wall. Runner rounds third, heads for home. We are tied at 9. And now Wreck Dreams is one swing away from ending this game. And it looks like they might walk him here. Runner takes off for third, and that's over the glove. Runner thought about going home. What a way would that have been to end it on the pitch out when they're already intentionally walking Dreams. Are you kidding me? And so now here is Earl Crump. The go-ahead run 90 feet away. Man, Yago is living dangerously right now. Runner at first and third, 2 outs. Really, what matters is that runner at third. Runner takes out for second, or rather, they were going to do the double steal, and Destroyer headed back to third. They walk Crump. The bases are loaded. And here is Bo Jackoon. It'll be Yago to see this out. This ball is into left center, and the Moonshots walk it off here in the round of 32 in dramatic fashion. The Sandcats rallied in the top of the ninth, but the bullpen blew it. 10-9, your final score. Stake 5 for 5 for the Sandcats. Everyone getting in on the action for the Moonshots. Yago will get the loss. D. Belford, despite giving up the go-ahead, or rather, despite giving up the tying double and then the go-ahead home run, earns the win. Your player of the game will be Earl Crump, followed by Dolph Steak, and then Kodiak Destroyer. Well, you do not want to miss any more action here. The SSC, the Super Sim Classic. I've been Feisik on the call. I'll see you in some more games. Until next time, keep on rigging, everybody.